Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. Is this not just a bundle of gorgeousness? Holy cow, I'm so happy with these. Okay, so what this is a selection of 30 dyed papers in 10 different colors. Now, I've offered this on my Etsy account before. I used to only have 9. I did add, and you'll see at the bottom, a black, end up being a little bit more gray, to make it 10 colors. I offer it on my Etsy account where you get 2 of each color, and they're just gorgeous. So I'm gonna show you each of the colors, and I won't flip through every single page because there was 30, like I said, 30 of each color. That'd be 300 sheets. But I'm gonna show you a variety of each of those, so you can kind of get an idea what you can get. The last time I sold any of these was when I had the 9 colors, was last May 2024. I looked it up, was the last time I had them. I had sheets left over that I would play with into my color journals. You might have seen them occasionally pop through, but I never had full sets where I could re-offer them up. So there are 15 sets. I don't think I'm going to sell all 15 because they're so gorgeous. I have to keep something for myself, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to list at first, but let me go through and show you what I have. All right, so we'll start with fuchsia pink, and you can kind of see that there is, let's see, maybe I'll do it this way. There is gradients in there. There's an occasional squish of where I clipped it together. Paper gets a little bit more wrinkled. I had clips on them so they wouldn't blow away in the sun. And yeah, so this is the fuchsia pink. You can see where it's a little bit more gradient on some. And I think I got some down here that are a little bit full color, like this one. There's a little bit more full color for that, but that is the fuchsia pink. And then I have, I'm going to bring the red out just to show the difference because it sort of looks pink-ish, but it's called, the dye was red. Oh, by the way, this was dyed from t-shirt dye, like the kind that you get the tie dyes where you tie the rope around them and dye them. So if anyone's interested in how I did it, I have the original video out there from when I did the first one to show what how I did it. I'm not trying to gatekeep any of it, but I know a lot of people don't want to take the time. This took me about, because I air dried them, I didn't oven dry them, it took me about 5 days to get them to be completely dried by flipping them and everything. So it does take some time, but I think it's well worth it. So this is the red. Like you said, it's a bit more on the pink side, but it is definitely red. Let me get rid of this. But again, there's variances in there, and they just look like marbled paper. Don't they? I'm trying to do a couple at a time here with lines in there. Occasionally, like I said, a little bit of squished. So they're not going to be perfect papers. Like I said, the difference here, solid and not solid, but they just look so yummy. Yummy. I just love them. And like I said, by the time you fold them, they're just gorgeous. Gorgeous. So that is the second color, that is red. Third color is orange. So it kind of looks a little bit more peach for this. More solid ones, but then again, you get ones that are gradient in color. Just beautiful. I wish they had a smell to them too, like citrusy, because it kind of looks citrusy. All right, the next one is yellow. It's almost a fluorescent yellow. I'm not sure until I rewatch it how bold this is going to be in on the camera, but in real life, this is highlighter yellow, fluorescent yellow. Just fun. Most of these came out pretty yellow. A few of them have some streaks on it. It is interesting how some of the papers, some of the dyes dyed a little darker, some got a little bit more streaky, but that is a yellow. And now I'm going to show you citrine. They call it citrine. I call it like a green yellow, but I just want to show you the difference here. It's slight, but it is definitely has a greener tone to it than the yellow does, and that is the citrine. Again, a little bit squish. It got squished, and the dye took a little bit more where the paper was loosening. Stripes, just fun, gorgeous paper. Now, if I keep some myself, I'll end up keeping the ones that have a little bit more character to them. But there is a chance that you're going to get something that has wrinkles or rips. If you've ever dyed paper and you put a bunch in, you're trying to lift it up, it is very fragile. So I let this sit in the soak in the color for a few minutes so it would absorb, and I flipped it in the color a couple times just to get it to go in all the nooks and crannies. So occasionally you'd grab something and it would tear, and there was nothing you could do about it. All right, citrine. All right, the next color is green, and it definitely looks like a light, I don't even know what color, light green, mint green. But the stripes in here, this almost looks like it's got a bluish green color to it. I mean, look like it could be like the sky or clouds in there. Just fun. And then some are a little bit more solid with little stripes. And if you pick some up and you don't like the wrinkles, you could definitely go through and iron them. I was not going to go and iron 300 sheets of paper though. So I tried to, as I was going and flipping them, I was kind of hand flattening them a little bit just to give them a little less bumps. But again, that just leads to the funness of these kind of papers. All right, that's the green pile. And again, you get 2 of each color. And I'm just showing you the differences here and the variety you could get with each color. All right, this one is called turquoise. And for some reason, turquoise has a couple sheets that like folded on themselves. But they are just a beautiful color. And the difference between some of them is dark turquoise, lighter blue. It's like almost a greenish blue. Just every time I had to flip them to get them to dry, I was just like, ooh, ah. Most of these blues took pretty good to the color. Not as much streaking on the blue. But again, imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. Turquoise, yeah, turquoise. All right, the next color is blue. I might have called it might have been called navy in the box. And I'll try to, if I can find the kit I bought this from Joann's when I did it last May. And, but it's a regular tie-dye kit, so it might still be available at like Michael's or Walmart or Amazon. So if I can find it, I'll link it below through my Amazon account if you want to pick up your own. The kit I bought had, each packet of color had 3 packages of dye, and each time I dyed it, I used half a package. So the one I bought, I can make 6 sets of papers, and I just chose 30 sheets for this as a random. I think last time I did 24 or 25, but it would have definitely, I probably could have dyed a ream of paper for each color, how intense the colors were to start. So, all right, onward, blue. The blue ended up, I don't think I mixed it completely, so there is some specks of, almost looks like when you do the coffee and you don't mix it completely for that. But I love how the blue looks like it's, could be the sky. Yeah, this one has a little bit more specks on it. But there's definitely some fun lines. I'm grabbing like 5-10 sheets at a time here instead of showing you all of them, just so you know, randomly. But yeah, fun, blue. All right, the next color is purple, and it's definitely a royal purple. I love it. Again, this one dyed mostly solid, but you do get occasional pages that have a bit of a color variance to them. Just yummy. So that was purple. All right, the last color is new to this collection. From the last time I sold it, I only had the 9 colors. This one I had 10. This was called black. But as you can see, hopefully, it's not really black. It's grayish black. But it really ended up getting like a night sky with clouds and just fun. Definitely more grayish black. I also would call it almost like a it's a dark navy, a midnight blue. I would be a color that I almost call it. This also had some specks in it, but that is the gray. You can tell the difference between purple and the black, and that's the navy. So like I said, it's close. This is definitely more of a midnight blue, where that is more of a navy blue, but they called it black in the kit. All right, and that is the 10th color. So I just wanted to come on and show you the yumminess of what is available. It is going to be in my Etsy store, and the link is going to be below for the listing if you want to pick it up. Once they're gone, they're gone, and I might make them again, but it could take me another year to do it like it did last time. Like I said, these are, they're not quick to do, but they're definitely fun to do, and I'm quite excited to be able to use some of these in some upcoming journals if I keep some, and I will keep some for myself. Okay, that is going to be it for me today. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope you all have a wonderful and colorful creative day. Bye now.